Sabaha everybody and welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to talk about the Gear Icon X. It's a pair of Bluetooth headphones that are intended to be more sport oriented from Samsung. They have the ability of not only having water resistance, the ability to track your heart rate, tracking activity as far as running or walking, but also they're truly wireless. There's no wire running between one ear to the other, so you can use them either in pairs or you can use them as an individual. You can also share it with another friend that's close enough to you without having to run a wire and having to be tethered, connected, between each other to be able to listen to the same song. This is TK, and I want to say thank you very much to Verizon for allowing me to check out these headphones. Let's go ahead and check them out. The box is pretty simple. We can see both the right and left earbuds. We do have a case that's going to be doubling as a charging case because that's how we're going to be able to charge them up. The Samsung Gear Icon X name brand, truly cord-free design, in-ear fitness tracker, built-in MP3 player, as it has built-in 4 gigs of storage to be able to hold up to 1,000 songs. Actually, that's one of the limitations. It can't go beyond 1,000 songs. So even if your song total capacity is less than 4 gigs, it still can't go beyond 1,000 sound. I noticed that when I was testing it. Sensors, we have heart rate, accelerometer, and capacitive touch, which is the outside part of the sensor itself, and I'll show you guys in a second. Wireless audio codec is the SBC. Now, what we're going to get here essentially is some water resistant. This is P2I, splash, and sweat resistance. So it's not intended to be swim and win with, so you can't take them in the pool, but you can totally have a really good workout, sweat, no problem. Battery, it's a 47 milliamp battery times 2, so each earbud has one. And it's basically going to be 250 milliamp in the case, which will recharge this, again, as you can notice here, up to about 3 times, 6 times total, a little bit more, depending on the usage. Opening the box, we're pretty much greeted directly with the 2 earbuds. We have the left and the right earbud. They're identical in design, except for the fact that obviously one has the R and one has the L on it. The R has a circle, so it's easy to see, and then you'll notice right out of the box that these are the heart rate sensors. This measures the heart rate capacity directly when you're inserting it into your ear, so you can't use this with anything else. So you can't just put your fingers on and it'll start reading them. The other thing you want to be aware of, the moment you wear these headphones, it turns them on. So if you have them in the case and you take them out of the case, it doesn't turn on automatically, so it won't pair to your device. You have to insert this in your ear. And then of course you're going to notice the little pogo pins connections here. The case itself is in a pill shape, intended to be very nice, exactly just the size that you need. Pushing the button, opening it up, you'll greet it with 2 cradles, and you'll notice the pins here that will match to the earbuds. And here it is, 1, 2. Once you put them in, they fit exactly. There's nothing else that will fit in there. There's a little bit of a cushion on top to protect them. And when you close the case, you'll notice the lights turn on. It starts charging them up. And when it's full, it'll turn green. Right now it's orange, obviously, since both earbuds needs to be charged. You can charge the case itself with the micro USB connector in the back. There is an LED light here to be able to turn it on. I'll put them on the side and show you guys what else comes in the box. We have an instruction manual and some pamphlet. The other thing, of course, is we have some additional earbuds. So if the default ones come in, don't fit you right, you'll be able to go either bigger or smaller. You are provided with a USB OTG connection cable. This is what we're going to be using to be able to transfer audio files directly into it. And last but not least, we have a micro USB, USB Type A cable. You're using it. Now, one thing you want to be aware of as well is that upgrading the software on the Gear Icon X, it needs to be done to your PC. It cannot be done over this mobile device. So if you're running it on Android, you need to connect the Gear Icon X in the case directly to your PC. The software for the Gear Icon X is loaded directly into the memory within one of the earbuds. So it doesn't matter which ones you have in. You can download the software from the earbuds, install them, update the software, and then you can update the software on the firmware on the actual unit. And I've had to update it once since I've actually started reviewing this. This is the Gear Manager application that we normally use to control, let's say, the S3 or any other Gear device that you're going to be connecting it. You'll notice there is an indicator here for battery right and left. They're not on right now as they're inside the cradle. Once I take them out and I insert them into the ear, you'll notice that it'll start actually generating a battery reading on both. So I went ahead and put both earpieces directly. I have the left and right. I have them configured in a way where only the right one is the master, or you can actually configure the left one to be the master. And the master essentially is what sends the command. So if you have the master on, you can take out the left one and it'll still play music. But if you take out the master, the left one will die. So if you switch them on, just make sure that if you want to just basically use them to listen to music but still be able to monitor the environment around you, this is going to be something you can do. Directly on the unit, you'll notice both battery indicators are here, and you'll see the little earpiece right there telling you which one is the master. You can again switch between the right and left. You can control the volume. This is the volume on the Gear Icon X unit himself. By default, they come up to about 65–70%. They don't come up at 100%, and they don't recommend them. They can get loud when you're playing them, but I found it that for some reason or another, if I play extended amount of time with loudness, they disconnect for some reason and then reconnect by themselves. It does come in directly with the S Health, so you can actually turn it on. You notice it says 17 seconds of motion. It lost connection because I put them on the table, and then you'll be able to bring them back on. Music settings, you'll be able to go directly into the settings here. Well, actually, I guess we need to turn them back on. I'll keep one in the ear. You'll notice one of the earbuds is turned on, the other one I'm putting back in the cradle. I can go into music settings, and then you can say music on the gear icon X. These are the tracks that I've synced up. You can sync up other additional tracks using the software for the desktop, and then you'll be able to play them. I downloaded one of them. It was the State of Trance number 798. It'll play back. There's no control as far as, fast forward and forward, go in motion. You can like the skip track or go back. You can do shuffle mode. You have the ability of going, just giving you a voice indicator or a beep every time you do a gesture on it. And or you also have the ability of turning on the music directly from the phone, or you can switch over to the gear, which would you'll have a longer battery life if you use the built-in storage to be able to play music, as they're indicating about an hour and a half or so worth of playback with streaming, which means you're playing music on your device, and you'll have it longer, obviously. Here should be enough for an entire workout, and then once you're done, you're taking a shower or whatever, you can put them back in the case and charge them up. The other thing, as far as settings, we have the ability of controlling music. This is the tab we were in just a second ago. Notifications, which application can send notifications. I've already set up 2 of them. Limit notification, of course, we can turn them on. It doesn't read the notification, it just tells you have a notification. You do have the ability of turning on ambient sound, but I think this one needs to have both of them in there. Right now I have the ambient sound option turned on the Gear Icon X, and what this essentially is going to do, essentially it's turning the microphones on it, and it's letting me hear around. So if I'm listening to music, it'll give me more indication of what's going around me. So if somebody say, hey TK, I can hear it within the actual earpiece. So I can turn it off, turn it back on. Again, all essentially is just it's going to give me sound from the outside. Voice guidance language, you can select which one, and select mirror earbud again, you can just select which one you want. I keep it on the right side. And then about the Gear Icon X software version, this is the latest version installed. If you have an update here, you do need to connect them to the PC to be able to update them. And then of course, resetting the gear, if you're gonna, for some reason you need to reset it, you can go from there. App version, you can check for the update. Pretty much that's really the interface. There's not much really to do on the application other than just to start using them. The interface itself is entirely touch sensitive on both earpieces. So I can double tap. You have a single tap to start and stop. So if I tap once, it'll start playing music. If I tap again, it'll stop it. Well, do it again. Pause the music. So you can double tap. You can use your device to control the music. You can play and pause, skip track, raise the volume, all the things you want to be able to do directly on it, with the exception of initiating a workout activity. Now, initiating the workout activity is very simple. You have to do 2 things. To start it, you just press and hold. And if you press and hold it, it'll say workout started, and it only tracks, as far as I know, running and walking. It doesn't do any other activity. So if you're doing any other activity, let's say at the gym or whatever, it's going to count it as either walking or running. And it does have an accelerometer, so it does count kind of like the steps that you're trying to take. The accuracy is not exactly 100%, but it does work, and it does actually measure your heart rate consistently. So that's one of the main benefits about it, is the fact that it is, once it's in there, it's measuring your heart rate. Even if you're using one piece, it's still measuring your heart rate because it's using the sensor that's on each one of them. And as far as sharing, which is something that I found to be very unique, and I do that a lot with my son, whenever I'm listening to a song and it's really, really good. In the past, I've always had to kind of give him half a chord, and we're running it like a little bit, and then, or I have to give him the entire Bluetooth headset so that I can't listen to it. With this option, because they're truly cordless, when you're sitting in the car, you're sitting within close proximity of each other, you hand over the other piece. You still have the right piece, you're still controlling it with your friend or your brother, whatever. For me, it's my son. And then he and I can listen to the same song together. We can control the volume. He can raise the volume on his end, and I can raise the volume on my end. Both of them work very nice. I like the fact that they work very nice. They're intended for sport, and I show you guys here, I do use them at the gym when I'm running. I run indoors and I run outdoors, but they work either way because they're not using GPS. They're using directly just accelerometer. So it's basically depending on how your motion is. If you're running or walking, it'll measure it. Audio quality is okay. It's not the best. I'm not going to say that these are the best headphones that you can find on the market. They're doing a good job of providing you good audio, and because they seal themselves within your ear, they sound pretty good. It does have the ability of getting a little bit loud, not super loud, but for some reason I keep having an issue where it disconnects and reconnects at those levels, so I usually keep it about 70%, and that's about average of what I like to get. Going through an entire workout, about an hour and a half at the gym, no problem. When I'm done, I just put them in, let them recharge, go back in. I find the couple of things that kind of a little bit I would have wished that would have been better implemented. The ability to transfer music on this should have been done a little bit better. You don't need the desktop application to transfer it. You should be able to transfer music over as if you're transferring it, let's say, to the Gear S3. It's no different. Just transfer it over Bluetooth. Why wire it? The other thing is software update, exact same way. You have to connect it to the PC to be able to do this. But again, those are a little bit things that I'm nitpicking. You may not have any problems with them. So if you're not, you're good. These things are really, really nice. They're available from Verizon, of course, and other retailers online. I'll provide you guys links in the description below. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I think they're very, very nice. I like the ergonomics, I like the control, I like the fact that they're small enough, and they are truly wireless. They don't fall, they don't go around. For some reason, the design is extremely well built, at least for my ears, and they sit very well. So thank you very much for the support. Thank you very much for Verizon for allowing me to check them out. Like and subscribe as usual. I do depend on your support always. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys in the next video.